In a move that has sent shockwaves through Beijing and beyond, Chinese President Xi Jinping has dismissed 10 high-ranking generals from the People's Liberation Army. This sudden purge has fueled speculation and raised concerns about potential instability within the Chinese military leadership. The dismissals come at a time of heightened tensions in the region, particularly regarding the ongoing disputes in the South China Sea. While the official reasons remain shrouded in secrecy, whispers of dissent and conflicting views within the PLA have begun to surface. Analysts and experts are carefully scrutinizing every detail, searching for clues to decipher the motivations behind Xi Jinping's bold maneuver. Some experts speculate that the purged generals may have advocated for a more restrained approach to the maritime disputes, a stance that potentially put them at odds with Xi Jinping's more assertive foreign policy. The events of the coming days and weeks will be crucial in determining the long-term consequences of this seismic shift within the PLA. At the heart of the speculations surrounding the generals' dismissals lies the contentious issue of the West Philippine Sea. Reports suggest that the purged generals held views sympathetic to the Philippines' territorial claims in the region. Some sources point to intercepted communications and back-channel talks, hinting at the generals' efforts to de-escalate tensions and seek a peaceful resolution to the maritime disputes. Such actions, if true, would directly contradict Xi Jinping's vision of asserting China's dominance in the region through military might and aggressive posturing. The generals allege support for the Philippines, even if only in terms of seeking a less confrontational approach, would be seen as a direct challenge to Xi Jinping's authority. It is important to note that these allegations remain unconfirmed, and the Chinese government has maintained a tight lid on information related to the dismissals. This internal discord could have significant implications for the future of the region, potentially leading to a recalibration of China's foreign policy. The recent dismissals are not an isolated incident. Since assuming power in 2012, Xi Jinping has overseen a sweeping campaign to consolidate his control over the military. This has involved a series of purges and reshuffles within the PLA, aimed at removing potential rivals and installing loyalists in key positions. Since 2014, nearly 52 high-ranking military officials, including generals and admirals, have been removed from their posts under Xi Jinping's watch. These actions reflect Xi Jinping's deep-seated fear of internal dissent and his determination to eliminate any potential challenges to his authority. By purging potential rivals and installing loyalists, Xi Jinping aims to ensure the PLA's unwavering support for his leadership and his agenda. This consolidation of power within the military has raised concerns about the potential for increased risk-taking in China's foreign policy. The sudden removal of 10 generals has cast a long shadow of uncertainty over China's military strategy. This dramatic shakeup in the PLA's leadership has the potential to disrupt military planning, operations, and even the delicate balance of power in the region. The immediate impact is likely to be felt within the PLA itself, as the newly appointed generals settle into their roles and attempt to assert their authority. This period of transition could lead to delays in decision-making and potentially even miscommunications or miscalculations as the new leadership finds its footing. Some analysts believe that the purge could lead to a more risk-averse PLA, as the newly appointed generals prioritize consolidating their positions. Others argue that the opposite could be true, with the new leadership feeling pressured to prove their loyalty through displays of strength and assertiveness. The world will be watching closely for any signs of change in China's behavior, as even subtle shifts in the PLA's posture could have significant ramifications for regional and global security. The dismissal of the Chinese generals, particularly those rumored to be sympathetic to the Philippines' position in the West Philippine Sea, has sparked a mix of hope and uncertainty in Manila. While the situation remains fluid, some analysts see this internal shakeup within the PLA as a potential opportunity for the Philippines to strengthen its position in the ongoing maritime disputes. The possibility of a less confrontational approach from China, even if driven by internal power dynamics rather than a genuine change of heart, could create a window of opportunity for the Philippines to advance its interests in the region. This could involve strengthening alliances with other countries, pursuing joint patrols in disputed waters, or seeking international legal avenues to challenge China's claims. However, it is crucial for the Philippines to tread cautiously. The situation in China remains volatile, and it is too early to determine whether this leadership change within the PLA will translate into a tangible shift in China's foreign policy. The coming months will be crucial for the Philippines to assess the situation, calibrate its response, and seize any opportunities that may arise from this unexpected turn of events. The dismissal of 10 Chinese generals has sent ripples of concern and uncertainty throughout the international community. Governments and analysts around the world are closely monitoring the situation, trying to decipher the implications of this internal shakeup within the PLA for regional and global security. The United States, Japan, and other countries with interest in the South China Sea have expressed concern over the potential for instability and miscalculation following the purge. They are particularly wary of the possibility that the new leadership within the PLA, eager to prove their loyalty to Xi Jinping, might engage in more assertive or even reckless actions in the region. These concerns have led to calls for increased dialogue and transparency from China. The international community is urging Beijing to clarify the reasons behind the dismissals and to reassure its neighbors that it remains committed to peaceful resolution of disputes. The world is watching closely to see how this internal power struggle within China will play out and what it means for the future of the Asia-Pacific region. The recent purge of generals has cast a spotlight on the delicate balance between dissent and control within China's political system. While the CCP maintains a tight grip on power, the fact that such high-ranking officials were willing to express dissenting views, even if only through back channels and private communications, suggests that cracks may be appearing in Xi Jinping's facade of absolute control. The alleged support for the Philippines' position in the West Philippine Sea, if true, represents a direct challenge to Xi Jinping's authority and his vision for China's role in the world. This internal dissent, even if limited in scope, poses a significant threat to Xi Jinping's grip on power. It undermines his image as an infallible leader and raises questions about the unity and stability of the CCP itself. As such, Xi Jinping is likely to crack down even harder on any perceived dissent within the military and the party, further tightening his control and stifling any potential challenges to his authority. The purge of generals serves as a stark reminder that beneath the surface of China's economic rise and global ambitions lies a system that is deeply suspicious of dissent and determined to maintain control at all costs. The dismissal of the Chinese generals injects a new element of uncertainty into the already complex and volatile situation in the West Philippine Sea. While it is too early to predict with certainty how this internal shakeup within the PLA will impact China's foreign policy, it's clear that the stakes are high and the potential for miscalculation is significant. The possibility of a more cautious approach from China, driven by internal power struggles or a desire to avoid rocking the boat during a period of transition, could create a window of opportunity for the Philippines and other claimant states to strengthen their positions in the region. However, this window may be short-lived, and any misstep could provoke a backlash from Beijing. The international community has a critical role to play in mitigating the risks and promoting a peaceful resolution to the disputes. The future of the West Philippine Sea remains uncertain, but one thing is clear: the actions of China, the Philippines, and the international community in the coming months will have a profound impact on the region's security and stability for years to come. The internal power struggles within China, as evidenced by the recent purge of generals, have far-reaching implications that extend well beyond the shores of the West Philippine Sea. The world is watching with a mix of apprehension and concern as these events unfold, recognizing that China's internal dynamics have a profound impact on global stability and security. The possibility of miscalculation or escalation in the South China Sea, driven by internal pressures within the PLA, poses a significant risk to regional and global trade, freedom of navigation, and the rules-based international order. Beyond the immediate security concerns, China's internal strife also has implications for its economic and political trajectory. A more unstable and unpredictable China could have ripple effects on the global economy, potentially leading to market volatility, supply chain disruptions, and reduced investment. Moreover, a more inward-looking and authoritarian China under Xi Jinping's tightening grip could pose challenges to global efforts to address pressing issues such as climate change, pandemics, and nuclear proliferation. The choices made by China, its neighbors, and the international community in the coming months and years will shape the future of the Asia-Pacific region and the global order for decades to come.